Hello everyone. Today we are finally going to be looking at a fluid extractor. Now I do oil changes on a lot of cars, but this is going to do what I hope it does, and it's just going to make everything easier. So without further ado, we're going to look at it, we're going to actually test it and go from there. So I got some gloves because we're going to be dealing with oil. I got some glasses, safety glasses, and the instructions that came in the box, which there really isn't. It's just kind of like, they're like, if you know how to do an oil change, you should be able to put this bad boy together. So let's go ahead and just snap things together. Okay, so we have this little pamphlet. It's pretty short and simple. It tells you what it comes with. There's some disclaimers. There's not really like instructions how to put everything together, but it looks like it's pretty self-explanatory. So we have this long clear tube, and I believe this is the one that's gonna go where the dipstick goes. And then brown on brown, this is how it's gonna connect. There's no quick disconnect. It's just kind of like a snug fit with these O-rings. And then we have this part. And off the top, a lot of this stuff doesn't feel cheap, which I really like. So we have this part right here, and I believe this goes inside here. There you go. Okay, that's how it goes right there. All right, so we got that part, and then we're gonna connect this brown part. And let's go ahead and take out our dipstick from our RB26. I'm gonna move this over where the dipstick is at. I know every time I use the word dipstick, I'm like, I feel like I'm using a bad word. All right, let's pull this thing out. We have our dipstick out. All right, we're now gonna put the tube in the dipstick area. And I was wondering if it's gonna fit, and this is gonna fit, and I'm just gonna snake this, and I'm gonna snake it until I hit, like, I can't go anymore. So I'm not gonna push that in anymore because I don't wanna force it. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see if it does it. I don't know, ain't nothing happening. That's connected. Let's see if we pull it out. So we know it's that long. It should go in that long. If not, then there's probably like a design issue that's not allowing this to go in all the way. So yeah, so we're missing about 2 inches for it to go all the way in. So we tried it on the R33 GT-R, and this part did not go in. It got like stuck. It looks like the way that the dipstick and everything's formed in there, the design won't allow this to go in there. So I went ahead and took out the dipstick from the NSX, our 1991 NSX, and I tried it out, and I think this is gonna work. So now let's go give this a shot. Round 2. All right, so we're gonna give this a shot again. I did try it, and it looked like it went down. So our dipstick is right here on our NSX. I'm gonna go ahead and go slow so you guys can see it. And I put it in. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly snake it in there. I don't have any resistance so far. I have a little bit of resistance, and I went a little farther, and I'm stopping right there because I feel like that's pretty far. Now let's give it a try. Let's try to pump. All right, we're gonna start pumping and see what happens. It's kind of like weird noise. All right, guys, look, look, look. Do you see it? It's kind of, there's oil right there. Do you guys see the oil coming out? So this builds vacuum. Of course, it uses some type of physics, and it's drawing out the oil. Look at that, guys. It is taking oil out. I don't see, oh, I see some oil dripping down right here, guys. Right there. Which, I'll do another pump for you guys. All right. 1, a big one. 2, and then I'm gonna stop right there. And there's a bubble right here, and you could see the movement of the actual, I don't know if you guys can catch this little bubble right here, but look at that. There it goes, and that shows you how the fluid's actually moving. That's a great example right there. Now that I want to stop, there's some fluid in the line. There's some fluid going into the container. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this. I've got a hose and I'm gonna separate this, and what this should do is it should put this fluid back into the oil pan, and this fluid will probably be able to snake it up and put it in. It's a guess, but let's try it out. And that's exactly what happened. If you look right here, the fluid's going down. The fluid went down back into the car. And then this one, we just kind of snake it up and get that fluid in there. We didn't take out a lot of fluid because we have a fresh oil change on the NSX, but we wanted to demonstrate it, and it worked. So if I wanted to pump out a lot of fluid from the NSX, I think this would be a great way to do it. So this video was all about testing this, and we found out that this did not work for R33 GT-R, but it did work for the NSX. Now, we didn't take out a lot of oil, but we saw that it worked. So next time that I need to do an oil change, I'm actually gonna use this solely, and I'll make a separate video, but I just wanted to test the theory of operation. I wanted to see if it actually worked in application, and it did. So this is pretty cool. But if you're ever interested in how these work, I hope you guys finally saw that, and I finally got to experience that as well. Well, thank you for watching. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you soon.